This is Jaren.net, and today we are reviewing the call-through sim from RebelSim. And basically what this allows you to do is make cheaper international calls from your cell phone by basically intercepting the international call before it gets made from your phone, and it'll instead dial the access number from a calling card you have or a VoIP service you subscribe to, and makes the international call through that service. So basically, instead of using the international rates from your cell carrier, it will make a local call using your included plan minutes, or if you're on prepaid, your prepaid minutes. In the States, it might be an 800 number. In the UK, it'll be a landline number, starting with 01, 02, or 03. And then from there, it'll dial your international call at your calling card rates for international calls. So, start out here showing you how to install it. You will need to get a cutter from RebelSim, either that or just get a normal hole puncher and just punch it near the center. This way the RebelSim here can fit inside there when you put it in your phone. And for this review, I'll be using a Pirelli Wi-Fi phone. Any phone will work with this that takes a regular size SIM card. As you can see, it won't work with a micro SIM just for the fact that it's not a micro SIM size. So anyway, you slide in your phone. It can be a bit tricky sometimes. The manual suggests sliding the RebelSim in first and then your regular SIM, but I've personally found it easier just to kind of put them both in together at the same time. So once you boot up your phone with the RebelSim in there as well, you're going to get a new menu option. For this particular phone, it's just another option in the main menu. Other phones, it'll be in different locations, but either way, there will be a new menu option now, signifying the call-through function on the RebelSim. So here we have the regular phone. And here we have a new menu option called the RebelSim call-through. And here you have a few options to configure it. You can either disable or enable it. Editing number is where you enter in the access number for your calling card or your VoIP provider. Dialing rules will tell the RebelSim card whether to turn on when you dial 00, if you dial 1 or 0, or any digit at all, meaning it'll always be enabled. Dialing speed, you can do fast, medium, or slow. I've always used fast with no problems. Dialing mode, there's two options here. I'm not sure what they mean, but supposedly for the iPhone, you need to use ICC2. For this phone, it works with ICC1. So I guess if you have any problems, you would just want to try to use the other one. So we'll start out here by showing you the editing number. Now this is the local access number for VoIP phone, phone.co.uk. It's a VoIP service which also has the option for a call-through number here. So if I wasn't using the RebelSim card, I could just dial this number directly from my phone and then dial the my outgoing number that way. And for the dialing rules, I want it to work for international numbers, so I'm going to select the 00, because when you dial 00, then a number, that's how you dial international calls. So we'll go and show you. I'll dial international, the States. We'll call AirTran, which is an airline in the States. We'll make it a GSM call. And as soon as I click select to start the call, you'll see it's going to dial the access number instead of the number I dialed. And you can hear the dial tone. That's normal. That's just a way of my VoIP provider saying, okay, you can now call. And now in the background, the SIM card is dialing the number I entered.
Thank you for calling AirTran Airways.
Now it's connecting my call.
This call may be recorded to improve our service to you. To continue in Spanish, press.
And as simple as that. I just now made a very cheap international phone call through a VoIP provider. If I were to have dialed it directly without using the RebelSim, it would have cost me like £1.45 per minute. However, now it only costs me 1 pence per minute plus however many minutes I use from my monthly minute plan. One issue with this particular version of the firmware that it doesn't support entering in a PIN number or an ID number if your calling card or VoIP provider requires you to do that. Right now it only works with providers that just work off of your caller ID to know, which account to be using. That being said, there is a new version of the firmware coming out really soon that does support entering a PIN number and what have you, as well as different dialing rules. For example, if you want to dial an 08 number, 07 number, like in the UK here, if you may have a plan that does free landline phones, but it's more expensive to dial mobile phones, so then you can change the rules there to call different access numbers. But there you have it. This is the review of the call-through SIM for the RebelSim Card 2 by RebelSim Card. This is Jaren.net, and thanks for watching the review.